Yes, 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 yes. What's the word, family? What's the word, gang? Good morning, family. It's your boy Abel checking in for the one time. Let's get it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're tuning in from in this beautiful world that we live in. Family, for the one time, go ahead and drop those locations in the chat. Let me see where you guys are tuning in from. We are about 10 minutes out. 10 minutes out from CPI. And things could get very interesting. We're about to look at this report and take a trade. We about to do what we do so we get paid. Now I know.
All of the time I gave up my time, I'm worthless to you. It feeding me lies through those tears when you cry. All on my mind, it ain't even true.
Other things that we do. Hey.
Walk away, they always say, guess I gotta think this through. Every last moment was a memory faded, so I guess I gotta escape that too. Yeah, I gave it my all, you stole everything, all the red flags and missed all the clues. Yeah.
Every moment into the road. Alright, let's see what we got in the building today, family. We got Free Zone in the house. What's going on? Macau in the house. Tyson, Kevin, what's up? Roman in the building. We got Cordarius in the house. CJ, what's going on? Miss EJ, good to see you back in the chat. I appreciate you for tuning in. We got the Netherlands in the building. What's going on, Kareem? Good to see you as well. I appreciate you for showing up this morning, family. Like I said yesterday, man, a key component of actually becoming profitable is just showing up, right? Simply just showing up. Bring it to the twisted in the road. Hey, hey. Yes, family. Let's see. We are about 7 minutes out from CPI. We do got news coming out in just a few. Obviously, this news event is definitely going to be very important to see how this actually comes out. Depending on what happens here with CPI and core CPI, could momentarily change the sentiment right now. I believe right now we are definitely more so in a risk-on environment, which means turn the risk on, invest into those riskier assets like indices, stocks, cryptos, commodities. Right, the market is shifting because now we are getting closer to lowering interest have been before. And that's literally what the overall sentiment has been over the past couple months now, especially with the way Jerome Powell has been talking recently. Yeah, right. That sentiment is really starting to solidify, family, right? And I think that's a big reason why yesterday, all right, if you guys were on yesterday's stream, big shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all. You guys are phenomenal. But if you guys were on yesterday's stream, right, we had PPI data that came out, and we had PPI actually come out higher, right? We actually seen inflationary data come out. The markets didn't give two shits about it, right? The markets did not care that PPI data actually came out higher than expected. And it wasn't just a little uptick, right? It actually came out pretty significantly higher. But the market's like, yeah, we don't care, right? We know where we're headed. We know sentiment is shifting. We really don't care about that, right? We're going to stick to a game plan. We believe that, based on Jerome Powell's, tone, we believe that, inflation will eventually start to come down in the second half of the year. So we're going to go off of that, right? So yesterday was a very interesting day. We did take a short position on gold yesterday. Ultimately, we did end up cutting that position short. We ended up getting out. I feel like it was a really good trade that we took. The sell that we did take was good, but our management of the trade, I think, was even better. We ended up taking a short here on this engulfing that came after the sweep of these highs, supported by volume. I was hoping that we were able to break the 50-period moving average and start to drop. We weren't able to do that. In fact, the market bounced back up, engulfed, right, back up to the upside here in the 5-minute time frame, also with increasing bullish volume, and we ended up getting out. All right, instead of allowing our stop loss to get hit, we got out, took a very small loss on that position, and it was the right decision. All right, it was the right decision to clearly go ahead and get out of those shorts. We honestly could have flipped the bias and said, you know what, since I do believe this does look a little bit more bullish, we could have took that, but it is what it is, right? Everything is in hindsight. Hindsight is 2020. But that's where we're at, right? The market just really didn't care about PPI coming out higher than expected. And this thing just ended up running even higher. The dollar just still continues to drop as well. And that tells me personally that we have to be able to identify what the actual news is, but we still have to take a look at the bigger picture, right? I think these markets still continue to run even on inflationary data because they're more concerned about what the bigger picture is saying, right? The bigger picture is leaning towards the fact that we're getting closer and closer to actually cutting interest rates. So a lot of investors and big time traders are now positioning themselves for that, right? They're starting to get into these markets with the anticipation that, yeah, man, these markets are probably going to run, especially the moment that they do start lowering rates. Now, as of now, family, again, we're not expecting to see a rate cut. I mean, we don't get, we don't really get a big difference in probabilities for a rate cut members meeting, right? If we actually look at this right here, guys, from the CME group, If we look at, our next FOMC meeting, June 12th, there's a 91% chance it's the same. All right, then we go into July's meeting, right? There's a 66% chance they keep interest rates the same. But then when we get into September, right, that's when we finally actually see the numbers shift. Right now we have a 50% chance that we actually do start to cut rates. Now this is going to change depending on what happens today. Right? What happens today and the numbers that come out today can also influence, guys, these probabilities. So once this number comes out today, and probably by the end of today, I'm not sure how often this actually adjusts, but by tonight or by the end of today, we'll be able to see if CPI coming out higher or lower is going to change any of these probabilities. So we're not expecting rate cuts just yet, but we are closer, right? We're much closer to rate cuts than we are even seeing another rate hike, right? A rate hike right now is off the table completely. Nobody's even speaking about that. It's either we're going to keep interest rates elevated or we're going to start cutting, but we're getting closer and closer to those cuts. And I think that's what the market is really running off of, right? The fact that we're getting closer, Jerome Powell's tone, the labor market has been softening. I think all those things combined is really leaning towards still more of a risk on environment. Now with CPI coming out in about a minute or so, right, we are expected to see core CPI year over year to drop from 3.8 to 3.6, core CPI month over month from 0.4 to 0.3. Then we have headline keeping the same at 0.4, and then we're seeing 3.5 to 3.4. So if all these numbers come out and we do for CPI across the board, then yeah, gold should continue to fly. Indices should continue to fly. The dollar should probably go ahead and continue to drop, right? That would be the general idea based on how CPI comes out in about right? If we do come out as is being forecasted right now, right? These forecasters are all showing drops in CPI. Then yeah, right? We should continue that risk on sentiment, all supporting Jerome Powell's stance of us getting closer and closer to actually cutting rates. So that's where we're at, family. We are, again, less than a minute out now from this report. We'll see how this actually does come out, and then we'll see how the market reacts. I'm not going to be in a rush to try to jump into this. I mean, you could if you want to try to front run this, if that's truly what you wanted to do. But for me, I'm not really too concerned about trying to front run this. I want this to actually come out, let the market do what it does, and then we can go ahead and capitalize on it after that. Okay. So let's see what we got here, guys. 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. And let's see what we get here for CPI. CPI. Okay, so we have the gold spiking up to the upside right now. We did come out as expected across the board, right? In fact, CPI actually dropped as well month over month. We actually saw, I mean, look at all this. All this came out exactly as expected. Even the headline month over month numbers actually came out lower than expected. Retail sales went from 0.9% to 0.2%. That's also deflationary. I mean, all this stuff is very deflationary, guys. I think gold should definitely benefit off of this. The dollar should probably continue to fall off of this data right here. Again, we did exactly what the market expected here, came out as expected. And I think these markets should continue to run off of this data. All right, absolutely. I wouldn't see why run off of this specific release the way that we came out. Now, again, this is supporting Jerome Powell's stance. Right, he's been saying, listen, inflation should continue to drop, especially heading into the second half of the year. We're seeing it. We went from 3.8 to 3.6, 0.4 to 0.3, 0.9 retail sales to 0.2, 0.4 month over month for headline to 0.3, right? So we're seeing drops across the board for every single news event that we've had so far, including retail sales. From 0.6, they adjusted this, revised it from 0.7 to 0.6, but either way, we came out at 0.0. Right, so all of this, guys, is very, very deflationary, which could really continue to cause gold and a lot of these things that are already moving to continue to run here. Right, so now that we got this report, what is our game plan for today? Right, what is our game plan? Well, I want to look for continuations of dollar weakness here. Right, I want to see the dollar continue to fall, but we have to be able to either wait for a possible pullback here in the markets now to see if we can either get an entry. Now, there is an opportunity if this is what you want to do, right? You can always, based off this report, take the trade where it's at, but then you're going to have to really have a wider stop, right? You're going to have a wider stop, but again, the market right now should go to the upside based on this release. What I'm going to hope, right, for the sake of us getting a good entry, I would hope that gold typically does what it always does, where we have the initial big spike up. It usually always comes back down to correct the entire damn move, but then eventually we go ahead and start trending for the rest of the day. So if we can get something like that on gold, then that will be spectacular, right? If we can actually see this thing come right back down, I do want to see more bullishness here. I want to continue to buy this thing. I want to look for more upside. We just got to be patient now. Unless you're comfortable taking a trade right here, stops below the lows. Again, we're talking a massive stop loss, almost 180 pip stop loss. I'm good on that personally. But if we do continue to come lower, guys, then hopefully we can get one of those deep corrections that gold likes to do after news, and then we can go ahead and try to take advantage of it, maybe on a correction back down. I don't know if that's going to happen though, right? Again, the market going to do what it wants to do. It's out of our control what this thing ends up doing, but I really do think we continue bullish here for gold. I think indices are going to continue to fly as well. Look at US 30, look at YM, and look at the S&P 500, all spiked up tremendously. Euro should be spiking up as well. The pound should be spiking up as well. USD JPY probably should be falling right now. The Aussie spiking up as well. AUD USD. Again, all these foreign currencies, guys, that are going against the dollar should also be bullish in my opinion. Bullish in my opinion, right? Because again, I'm expecting dollar weakness off of this specific report, and we just got to wait for the right opportunity to now get involved, right? We got to wait for the right opportunity to now get involved here. But we got a great move, man. Look at this spike up here. Right, this is a banger. Right, this is around 180 pips to the upside right there on gold. Right, 180 pips, 150 pips or so. Yeah, that thing is moving. That thing is moving. Now, again, I gotta be a little selfish here, right? I know some of you guys might already be in these positions, and hopefully you guys are eating. I kind of hope we do get a deep pullback here, right? Again, gold typically does this, right? It doesn't have to, but there are times where gold does give us a strong pullback that we can now take advantage of and possibly go ahead and get entry. So we'll see what gold does here, man. But again, I really do like how the market's reacting. It's expected to react this way, especially if you understand how to read the news in correlation with inflation and things like that. Now we just gotta see what the market ends up giving us now, right? Is it gonna push back down to give us a possible entry? And we'll see. We'll see, man. How are you guys feeling though, family? How are you guys feeling? Man, you guys are you guys on the same page with me or no? Do you guys think we're on the same page here or no? Or do you guys see things a little differently than I do? All right, let me know in the chat, family. Let me know in the chat. If you guys have any markups that you guys want me to take a look at, then definitely go ahead and make sure to be in the Discord. Let me go ahead and just check the trade markup section. We got that boy Kev in the building. Kev over here going crazy. TP hit 15% about an hour or 15 minutes ago. Okay. TP2. Kev, you literally got out right at the perfect time, bro. Right, because this thing ended up reversing back to the upside. You got out right at the perfect time. So shout out to you for that that NASDAQ trade, man. Got out literally perfect. All right, so that's a banger for you. All right, let's see what else we got here, though. Let me check the chat real quick. We got Free Zone. We got Michael Gibbs in the house. Isaiah, what's going on? We got my brother Devin in the building. Jasmine, Kareem, Ram in the house. What's going on? BTC Mommy in the building from Inglewood. I see you. Shout out to you in the house. Carlos, what's going on? Young Major up $700 from gold. Holy moly. Let's go. Round of applause for you, my brother. Let's get it. Let's get it. Entered right at the FVG at 2361. Come on now. Let's go. That's a great grab, man. Let's go. That's a great grab, man. Let's get it. Let's see. Man, today is a great day for trades. Yeah, I mean, we got the direction here, right? Now we just got to let the market see if it's going to give us an entry. Right? We got the direction. We got the data supporting it. I am looking for buys here on gold. We just got to see if this thing can give us a deep enough pullback to actually allow us to get in. And it's not going to be something crazy with a massive stop loss or so. All right, same page. Everything you said sounds about right. Perfect. I cashed my gold out this morning. Same page, but I'm almost home now. Okay, let's get it. Waiting for New York Open for entry. Yeah, we could definitely do that too. It's not a bad idea. I would have took that buy on a personal account. Yeah, you could have definitely tried to front run it. You could have tried to front run the fact that inflation was expected to come out lower, but you just never know, right? You just never really know. But that's good that it came out lower though, you know. Let's see, got an entry at GU at 1.24. Okay, turn up then, Cordarius. Let's get it. Listen, family, I would love to see your guys' markups too, by the way. That's why I would love for you guys to be in the Discord, man. Because if you guys have a markup, a setup that you guys are looking at, And hey, man, if it looks solid, we can all take that joint together. Right? That'll be pretty dope. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, good morning to you, my brother Sim. We got my brother Jonathan in the building. What's going on, Jonathan? Appreciate you for being here. About to open my computer now. I'm going to send my trade. Okay, CJ, talk nice. Talk nice then. He said, I'm going to send my trade. I got you, bro. Don't worry. He said, I got you. Don't worry. All right, so let's see what we got here, guys. Again, we're just going to be patient with this. All right, we're going to let this stuff continue to just play out. See what we get here. We did get a solid correction here. Again, think about everybody that did jump in at these highs now, right? You know, everybody that's seen the release, massive spike up and FOMO'd into this market. Now they're sitting in heavy drawdown. So we got to see. Again, I do like the direction. But the reason I'm not going to just jump in right away is because, again, I always expect gold to give us some type of a little bit of correction like this. It usually always typically happens. So we're going to be chilling here, man. We're going to be chilling. If the market can continue to maybe drop a little bit lower, I wouldn't be opposed to start looking for some buys here. I wouldn't be opposed to it whatsoever. I wouldn't even be opposed to us actually going ahead and even coming back towards the 2362 before we go up. Now, I don't know if we're going to do that, though, right? That's essentially erasing the entire news spike. And I don't know how I will feel if we do erase the entire spike up on the 5-minute, but I wouldn't be opposed to it, right? I think it's very clear as to what this direction should be here for the markets. Now, we just got to wait, right? We just got to see if the market does give us these plays. But, family, quick update, too. You know, if you guys are on these streams or if you guys are not able to tune in the entire session for whatever, you know, every stream, I'm going to try my best, right, to actually upload a recap of today's stream. All right, I actually did it yesterday. I was able to chop down a 2.5-hour stream into about a 13-minute video. And I'm going to try my best to do that. I'm going to be honest, I hate editing videos. I hate chopping stuff up. So I do get very lazy when it comes to that. But I know it'll be beneficial for you guys that just can't tune in every single day, right? You know, at least you guys will able to see the entire process of us looking at the trade, finding a setup, taking it, how we manage the positions, and then the outcome of the position as well. You know, I think that's going to be beneficial for you guys, right? A quick little recap, all right? I'm be honest, though, it does take some time to chop down a 2.5-hour video into a 13, 15, 20-minute clip, right? So it does take time, but again, I have to try my best to do that. If we do have any video editors in the family, if you are a video editor that's in the family, please let me know. I will hire you to help me do this stuff because I hate doing it myself. Just being honest, I get lazy. So if we do have any video editors in the chat, if we have any video editors, if we have any graphic designers, if we have anything that can help me improve the stream and the quality of it and just the overall experience that everybody has, let me know, man. I'll hire you, you know, put you on the team. And we can figure out some type of payment structure for you. Just pay you directly in cash or Cash App, whatever it is. Or you can even earn a portion of, you know, the ad revenue that these videos get. Hey, I'm open to any of that. Anything that could take some stuff off of my plate would be super beneficial. And I ain't gonna lie. Extremely beneficial. But I am doing that, though. All right, I am going to try my best to do that. You know, just to really give you guys at least a recap of what happened throughout the stream, so you guys can always just go watch that instead of having to come back and watch a 2.5-hour stream where there's a lot of just random stuff that we talk about. I think it would just be a lot easier to give you guys a 15-minute video breaking it all down. So if you guys didn't watch yesterday's recap, definitely go watch yesterday's recap, man. It was a really dope session. We found a really good entry, but I feel like we managed the trade even better, and we avoided taking a bigger loss. We took a very small loss just because we were watching price action. So it's really, really dope. A lot of value provided in that recap. All right, so let's see what else we got here, though. 2311 gold. See ya? Is that what you're looking for? You want to see 2311, bro? It don't matter if you're looking at it from the XAU USD perspective or if you're looking at it from the futures pricing. That's kind of tough, bro. 2311 is pretty far down. I mean, it's possible, right? It is possible. Just like anything is possible, but that might be asking for a lot. 2311. Yeah. All right, so let's see, family. Are we starting to create the support here on gold? Are we starting to create the support here on gold? Let me see what my trigger line is showing. Yeah, we are bouncing off the trigger line here on the 1-minute time frame. The 3-minute as well is now starting to shift. Could this be the entry that pushes us back up to the highs here? Let's see. Stops will have to be below these lows. We be talking pips too. Let me see. Yeah, this could be the entry right here. This could be the entry right here that now pushes us and starts to trend here. But let's see how this stuff plays out. Let's see how this stuff plays out though. Let's see where the link at to join the Discord family. I got you. Actually, matter of fact, can one of my mods, man, if anybody has the link, if one of you guys with the wrench, one of my moderators, if you guys can go ahead and find that link for me, send the WAP link though. Don't send the actual Discord link, because that's how a bunch of scammers and spammers and just people that are trying to ruin the vibe, that's how they get in, right? You know, so if one of y'all can do that, I appreciate y'all. That would be extremely, extremely helpful. If anytime you guys see anybody asking for the Discord link, it would be extremely grateful if you guys could just throw that in the chat. The WAP link though, not the actual Discord server link, please. Let's see what we got here though. Abel, how does it feel now being profitable and paying for things in your daily life with your privates for having to wait 2 weeks for a paycheck? I mean, it obviously feels amazing, right? But there's also a caveat to that as well. When you are not relying on a consistent check, there's also a level of anxiety that also comes from that. All right, and this is why I always tell people never to solely rely on trading profits, because it gets crazy, right? So yeah, you stepping away from your 9 to 5, and now you have all this extra time freedom is cool, right? It's phenomenal. But what most people don't tell you is that now you're relying on actually performing in order to make money, right? And that's why it's a learning curve when you first leave your job, right? It's a learning process, right? But I will say this, right? Profits are always better than wages, as long as you are aware and okay with dealing with the inconsistencies of how it comes. All right. And that's just me being honest. And you know, now that I haven't worked a job for 4 years, and now I'm relying on trading profits, you know, and just my other businesses that I run as well, it's not as consistent the money that comes in, right? It's you know, there could be days where I make zero money, right? Whether it's through trading or my other businesses. But then there's days where I could come and make $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 in a day, right? It's just the inconsistency is also something that you really, really have to get adjusted to, right? And that's why it's never smart to leave your job until you actually have a strong buffer, right? A nice cash pile of savings saved up, or have other sources of income that's also bringing in money, right? So it is a blessing, right? I have my time freedom. My wife has her time freedom, right? Because my wife doesn't work either no more. My mom is also with us, right? So all of us are literally home all day long, and we're able to raise my children the way I feel like they should be raised. So that time freedom is a blessing. But I'll be lying to say that is also easy, because again, there's days where you get no money, and then there's days where you get a lot of money, right? And you just don't know how each week is going to play out. You really have to show up. You really have to perform. You really got to go out there and hustle in order to make money, right? And that does come with a level of anxiety, a level of stress that most people are just not aware of, okay? But I'm comfortable with it because I've been dealing with it for 4 years now, right? And I've been able to generate, you know, some decent streams of income to where now I can obviously make every single week, every single month. But yeah, starting off though is definitely a learning curve for sure. And don't let nobody lie to you. All right, don't let nobody on platforms like YouTube, random traders lie to you about that, right? It's just, that's just the reality of it, you know. So again, if you're starting out as a trader and you're starting to see profitability, don't just jump and leave your job right away. I'm telling you, that's what I did 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and I almost screwed things up tremendously. All right, so I'm just glad that I was able to. I was glad that I was always able to have a nice safety buffer. Right, I've always had a good savings account. I've always had a lot of money in cryptocurrencies, right? So I've always had safety precautions in case trading just wasn't hitting for that month, or if my other business just wasn't performing for that month. I've always had safety cushions that protected me and my family. Because I'm just being honest. Again, like, I am the breadwinner of my household. I'm taking care of my wife, my mom, and my 3 children. I can't be taking as much risk as nowadays. I just can't. Right, because one fuck up on my end could really put us in a bad situation, right? So, and I know some of you guys are probably in the same boat where you guys are the breadwinner of your household. We got to just think smart, family, right? Don't let social media force you to do something that you're not even ready to do just yet, right? Because you're the one that's going to have to deal with the repercussions, not the person that influenced you to actually do that. They're not paying your bills. You're paying your bills. So we have to make sure that we actually make smart decisions, especially if you are the breadwinner of your house. Now, if you're somebody that isn't the breadwinner, right? If you're somebody that still lives, say, with your parents, or you're living with somebody else that covers most of the bills, you have a lot more freedom, right? You should be taking more risk. You should be going out there and going ahead and making some investments that could play out, right? It really depends on who you are and where you're at, right? You know your situation better than anybody else. If I wasn't a husband, if I didn't have kids, if I was solely by myself, if I was a single man with no kids, trust me, I'll be throwing money everywhere. I'll be making the craziest decisions. I'll be taking a lot more risks than I am now because it's okay. It's only me, all right? But now I can't. So I got to be very strategic on how I do things, and I want you guys to also do the same thing. Don't let social media force y'all to make bad decisions. But to answer your question, because I just went on a whole little rant. To answer your question, yeah, right. Profits are way better than wages. But just be aware that those wages, that consistent check, definitely adds a little level of. All right. Let's see what else we got here, though. That's fire. Don't you think it was getting priced in since gold was bullish through Asia? Now we spiked that high. I mean, it's possible, right? It is possible, right? I mean, the market gonna do what it wants. You know, on a sweep of these highs, you never know, right? A sweep of these highs right here, which we're just seeing, could bring us back lower. Are we gonna come all the way back down to here? Well, right, we do have a lot of liquidity probably being built up down here, right below the structure point. And if that does happen, then guess what? We just got to be aware of it. We got to be ready because long term, either way, I do see gold going higher. Whether it's off of this news release we go higher or we do see a deeper correction, either way, I do want to go, you know, eventually back to the upside here and just continue to buy this thing up. Absolutely. All right, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this continues to play out, guys. Right? Again, I'm not in a rush to jump in or anything. You know, we just gotta let the market play out, and then we'll see if we can take advantage of it. We shall see. All right, let's see. You don't trade forex pairs? I mean, I do have a forex broker that I do trade. You guys obviously don't see it because I'm trading the futures account, but yeah, I do. Right? I have two different accounts that I actually trade on my phone over here. That are still trading forex. Right? It's still the same exact thing. Now again, I don't trade Euro USD or things like that anymore. Even on my forex brokers that I trade, I'm still trading gold, the Nasdaq, things like that. So honestly, I really don't trade forex pairs as much as I used to. I don't. I just focus on gold and the Nasdaq mainly moving forward. That's been my thing for the past, honestly, this whole year. This whole year, I've really only been focused on gold and the Nasdaq, or indices as a whole. All right, let's see what we got here. Roman, I appreciate you for sending the link, man. So, fam, if you guys do want to join the Discord, go ahead and join that link right there, wap.com/wealthyvisions. Let me just make sure. Yeah, you guys can go there and get that. Let's see, use that 9 to 5 to have extra money in your pocket to be for sure. Absolutely. 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 Definitely use that. Listen, a 9 to 5 is another stream of income. Don't get it twisted. All right. They say a millionaire has how many sources of income on average? 7. All right, that's on average, right? They say the average millionaire. Now, again, this is just one of those quotes, but they say the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. A 9 to 5 or a career could be one. Why would you want to eliminate one? At least, especially so soon. It just doesn't make sense, right? But again, social media will have you do dumb decisions. Let's see, Abel, would you adopt me? We've been rocking for a minute. No, I'm saying. Yo, you're hilarious. Let's see, it's like that in trucking as well. One breakdown could ruin you for days or even weeks. Absolutely. You know what's crazy? Like, I actually have a trucking LLC. Because when I ended up leaving IML as an educator, I ended up wanting to pivot into that lane as well, right? As another stream of income. So I ended up creating a whole trucking LLC. I got my MC. I got all my paperwork, all my documents. I just didn't have time to actually really do it, right? But trucking is a massive industry, right? I mean, this world literally depends on truckers. Like, let's be honest, right? Without these trucks, man, ain't nobody getting nothing in this world. So that's definitely eventually something I want to dabble into and launch my own trucking business. But I just don't have the time right now. to actually do it. That's why I never actually went with it. But you're right. You know, one blow up could ruin everything. In fact, let's be honest here, family, right? Most people in this world right now are dealing with maxed out credit cards, right? Literally debt above their heads, and now a very essentially no savings. That's literally where most people are at right now. I actually seen a stat the other day, right? It said that a third of individuals that have credit cards are completely maxed out right now. Why? Because inflation running the way that it did, the cost of everything increased, right? I mean, rent for most people is one of the biggest expenses that's out there now. Rent inflation is still increasing. So how can people try to pay their bills to survive? A lot of people started to depending on their credit cards, and now those credit cards are maxed out, and now people are literally struggling like crazy. So $1,000, a random $1,000 payment, an unexpected $1,000 bill can literally put people back. I mean, it could really screw up a lot of families, and that's just a fact, right? And most people get divorced. Most families get broken up. Most husband and wife get divorced 90% of the time because of finances. The stress that comes from finances, right? So one unexpected $1,000 bill can ruin an entire family. That's just a fact. I'm not just making this stuff up, right? So we got to play this stuff right, guys, right? We got to be really aware of these things, man. That's why it's always best to live below your means. I've always lived below my means. Right? I can't take too much risk. I can't go out. It just doesn't make sense for me to go out there and want to buy a $200,000-$300,000 car. It just doesn't make sense. Right? Financially, it just doesn't make sense right now. Right? I need to live below my means until I'm really sitting on $1 million in my account, in my bank. Right? Then I could go ahead and start splurging. I'm not there yet. Right? So we can't. Yeah, we gotta be smart, man. Let's see, it costs $30K just to rebuild a motor. That's what I'm saying, and that's probably on the cheap end. Every time he speaks his truth, Abel is the go. I appreciate you, Logan, and I'm glad that you're back, by the way, Logan. Let's see, definitely the gold facts. I see gold pushing 2,400. Yeah, I mean, I see it going higher. We just gotta see if we can get an entry. Let's see, top of the morning, Abel, just get on. Can you give me your take on the Nasdaq? Yeah, I mean, I'm bullish on most of these, indices, right? But in terms of the Nasdaq, I would love to see continuations here on the Nasdaq. Now the thing is, we're about to be right back at all-time highs here very, very soon. The Nasdaq is pushing all-time highs, and when we start to get into like price discovery mode, it gets a little bit harder to actually really find positions and trades. But I do want to see us continue to push higher. Obviously, eventually take out these all-time highs sometime this year. Now, does that mean we just jump into entries here now? Probably not. If we can maybe come all the way back down, I wouldn't even be opposed to seeing the Nasdaq come and taking out this news candle. Come back down, get below this little reaccumulation phase or reaccumulation area, and then from there we could possibly go ahead and continue to go back to the upside. So that's what I would prefer to wait for. All right, like this thing already had a very aggressive spike here because of news, and I don't want to jump in up here to try to continue this thing to go higher, and then it gives us a deeper pullback. I would prefer for us to get this deeper pullback, take out this low right here where there's probably a lot of liquidity resting, right? And then from here down below here in this pocket down here, I would be a big fan of looking for some continuations back to the upside. So that's what I'm looking here for, for the Nasdaq. That's what I would like to see. But I don't know, right? We might not get that deep pullback that I want, but that's like the only way that I would like to jump in. Let's see. I did set my final trade pick. I got you. Let me take a look at that real quick. Let's see what we got here. Shout out to that boy CJ for sending in these markups for sure. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, explain to me what I'm looking here, CJ. What exactly am I looking here, right? Obviously, we see what price is currently doing, right? But what am I looking at next? Are you expecting us to run through this zone that you marked off? Did you want to come to the purple zone? Like, talk me through that real quick. Talk me through that. Let's see, use the 9 to 5 to keep adding money to your account. That's the cheat code, bro. That is the cheat code that most people do not understand, right? Like, if you really continue to funnel money into your trading account, you'll eventually turn that $100 initial deposit into a $2,000 account. I actually told you guys this about 3 weeks ago, or 2-3 weeks ago. I told y'all that one of the things that I feel like most traders don't do is they take one initial deposit, say $100, and they plan on scaling that to $1 million off of just one deposit. Like, hell nah, you're never gonna get there. But if you start off with 100 and every week you put in another $100, every week you're just constantly funneling money into there. Like, take a portion of your checks, right? 5, 10, 15% of your check that you make every single week, put that into your trading account. The thing is, you have to trade responsibly though, right? You have to follow proper risk if you really want to see that account grow, right? So now you can grow your account by depositing more money into there, but also by trading it. But don't go crazy and end up blowing it, because then you're defeating the whole purpose. I would rather you put money that you have in a savings account that you're making $0 from, put that in your trading account. Just trade responsibly. Like, actually risk 1%. Just actually risk 1%. Don't go crazy. It makes no sense to go crazy, like, at all. So, all right, let's see. I'm a little older than most of you, doing this for retirement. 3 streams of income is essential right now, and it's coming, Kevin. You've been putting in the work. You've been putting in the work, man. You've been putting in the work. You've been putting in the time, man. And that's all that matters. Let's see, BTB booming as well. Thank the Lord, man. I need this Bitcoin to stop playing around now. Now, hopefully, we can start running here. Like, come on, start running here. Start running, stop playing around, and just start moving. Like, I need all these cryptos to stop playing games and finally start running. Like, the halving already happened. Now it's time for you to run. Like, come on. We had the nice big sweep of liquidity down here when we tapped down to 56,000. We pushed all the way back above the range. We had a nice little correction. Now we're breaking out. Now run. 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 That's what we need you to do. Run. That's what we're waiting for. We need that thing to run. Let's see. Meant to drop my chart. I'd love to see your chart. Let me see what you're looking at. What's a good platform to start your own trading account on? It depends on what you want to do, right? You want to trade in Forex, or do you want to trade futures? Because either way, in the bio of this video, in the bio of most of my recent videos, I give you guys the option to use either or. All right. You know, I trade on sway markets for right now. I'm trading on sway markets from the Forex side. From the futures side, I trade on Tradeovate. All right. Forex, sway markets, futures, Tradeovate, and then we have these prop firms as well. Yeah, let's see. Bitcoin going to 200K. Listen, people call me crazy when I say that, but I'm with you. Like, people think I'm crazy. Like, I said that in a post a couple months ago. I said that. I was like, listen, don't be surprised when Bitcoin goes to 150, 200,000 this bull run. But people call me crazy. Well, people have been calling me crazy ever since I started talking about Bitcoin back in 2016. And I hate to toot my own horn. I wish I had a little horn on my sound deck. I hate to toot my own horn, but I've been super accurate. Like, if you guys follow me on Facebook, believe it or not, like, Facebook is the platform that I'm the most active on when it comes to just sharing my thoughts and my ideas. I do talk about it on Twitter now too. Everything that I share on Facebook, I also share on Twitter. But Facebook has really been the place where I've been documenting everything to do with Bitcoin. So y'all can just type in Abel Melendez Bitcoin, and you guys can see all my thoughts. You guys can see everything that I've been saying. Y'all see how accurate I have been with predicting what Bitcoin's gonna do. Like, I've been on the freaking money. I surprised my damn self. I'm not even gonna lie. I surprised my damn self with how accurate I am. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. What is gold about to do? What you about to do, Gold? Are you gonna just run now, or are you gonna just continue to chill? I'm telling you, I think gold does continue. I think gold eventually does continue to run. I would love for gold, just because I need to be selfish for my own trades. If you're already in a position, then I hope it doesn't come down. But for me, I need you to give me a position, bro. Like, come back down here and then go ahead and give me a nice move. Like completely fill this entire loan candle that we like, this 5-minute loan candle. All right, some of you guys, what do you guys call this? What do you guys consider this called? All right, what do you guys call this candlestick sequence right here, family? Bullish, bearish, bullish continuation. What do you guys call this sequence? You guys just call it an order block? Is that what you guys call this right here? If there is a name for it, an order block? Because if you're trading the smart money concept ways, you guys probably call that an order block. I just called it a loan candle. All right, it's a single loan candle. If we can get the fill of the loan candle, the sweep of the full loan candle, I will probably be looking for entries off of that all day. All day long. So whenever you guys do hear me say loan candle, the exact same thing as order block. Just being honest. I just prefer to use loan candle just because it's a little bit easier to identify and break down for most people. Because it's obvious, a loan candle. There's literally only one lone red candle. Right, so. But I know some of you guys probably call it order block, though. But whatever works for you, stick with it. Let's see. Bitcoin had 3 levels of drop, so we should run from here. Shit, I'm hoping. My portfolio is waiting. Let's see. I like the inverted head and shoulders on Bitcoin. It's huge. It is. Hopefully it plays out. Let's see. Bitcoin for 175K. I hope. Shit. Cuba's starting to fall. Cuba? I haven't even heard about anything about Cuba. Cuba. I heard Cuba's trying to be a part of BRICS too, like the whole BRICS community, BRICS nation. But pull up the move, pick up the weight. Let me see. Yeah. Pull up. I'm gunning. Yeah. Let me see. We do this for play, yeah. Purple was consolidation, 1 hour yellow line, trend line, confirmation, blue box, 4 hour zone. Okay. Let's see, BTC 41K was a good bull run. See? Oh man. Yo, Robert, you really do gotta chill. Bro, if Bitcoin goes to 41K, bro, I'll give you all the Bitcoin that I have. Clip this. Right, you can clip it. Right, if Bitcoin goes back to 41K, bro, you can have all the Bitcoin that I have. Just send me your address. But if it doesn't go to 41K, you gotta send me all the crypto you have. Listen, I love me some bets. If y'all know, I'm the king of bets. Especially when it comes to crypto and these markets, I haven't lost yet. In fact, I think Skaggs might owe me some money. If not Skaggs, I think Kyle definitely owe me some money. I already took some money from them boys. I'm undefeated. I'm just honest. Right, so if y'all want to make some bets on crypto, man, listen, and you think Bitcoin's going to go to 41K, let me know. We can make a little bet. I'll gladly take y'all money. Gladly. No hesitation. But one of them boys owe me money. I forgot what it was for, but one of them boys owe me money. Actually, shout out to Gerson being in the building. What's Cuba? What's Cuba CU? What's Cuba's currency, I think you're trying to say? Is that what you're saying? I didn't even mean to pin that. That's the way, FYI, I'm doing this from work every morning, man. Big shout out, family. Big shout out to all y'all that are doing this from work, man. How many else of you guys, family, are doing this at work right now? Like, how many of y'all are showing up while at work? So this round of applause is for you. That round of applause is for you, man. That's amazing, right? That shows effort. That shows dedication. And I'm gonna be honest, that's what you need, man. Like, that's what you need when you're showing up here, family, to become a trader. You know, again, I did the same thing. You know, I was trading and at my job for 4 years. 4 years straight. Right? At a warehouse. Picking up boxes all day long, then going home and marking up charts all throughout London session. Right, so big shout out to y'all, man. Big shout out to y'all. I give nothing but respect for you guys that show up even while at work. Because the grind never stops. Let's go. Alright, let's see, man. These markets are really, they're kind of like at a standstill right now. These markets are at a standstill right now. If markets are at a standstill right now, not doing a damn thing. Body yummy. Yummy. Body yummy. Let's see what little bro Kyle's doing. I see little bro Kyle's live. Okay, that boy trying to fade the NASDAQ. Okay. Shit. Hope it drops for you, little bro. I hope it drops for you, little bro. Let's see. Trading and trucking. Let's go. Kyle, do you actually like drive? Do you drive the trucks yourself, bro? Because that would be crazy if you're typing in the chat and driving. like I still want y'all to be safe, bro. If you're actually driving, bro, and trying to go ahead and trade and talk in the chat, you are a savage. You're next level. And your dedication is admirable. But make sure your ass is paying attention to the road, bro. We don't want nothing bad happen to you. Because that would be crazy. Yeah, that would be nice. Let's see. You think you'll ever do any London sessions? To be honest, probably not. I enjoy my sleep. You know, that's like my time that I get to cuddle with wifey and all that. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all don't want me to not cuddle with wifey. You know, so yeah, most likely not. There's about a 99% chance I probably won't. I say good Abel. Good afternoon, Abel from Nigeria. What's going on, Michael? I appreciate you for tuning in, man. Glad to see you in the chat. The grind never stops. Happy Wednesday. What's going on, Linda? I appreciate you. Let's see, what rig do you have, Kyle? Yeah, definitely see that. Keep thugging it out. Make sure DOT don't get you. They out here hustling. Yeah, facts. Let's see, I'm in my tow truck typing and looking at your your local orbit, man. You know what's crazy? This is probably what most people don't want to hear. But the tow truck business is probably booming right now. Like, the tow truck business is probably booming right now. And we got to think about why. Right? It's because a mass... I look at stats all day long, right? This ain't going to be accurate. But I think I read that 1 out of 5 people right now are behind on their car payments. 1 out of every 5 people are behind currently on their car payments right now. And are close to getting repoed. So again, just because everybody's finances are stuck right now, like again, most people are in debt heavy right now. Repos are probably on fire. Like, getting into that business right now is probably lucrative as hell. I'm not even gonna lie. That's probably a lucrative ass business. For real. Which kind of sucks for the people that are gonna get repoed, but like, that's a business that's probably booming right now. Just being honest. Let's see, Abel definitely wine and dine type of fella. Absolutely. Let's see, Mel be mad at me for trading London, so I had to switch to this futures life to make her. That's what I'm saying, Drew. Like, my wife would kill me if I was trading London. Let's see, I'm driving. Yeah, Kyle, be safe, man. Be careful, my brother. Come on, man. These charts ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate you, still typing in and engaging in the community, but yeah, just be safe, man. Let's see. Definitely gotta make sure wife is happy. She'll bust in that room and shut shit down. Absolutely, she will. She'll break the whole shit if I. Let's see. People out there paying $2K a month for 72 months for a car. Yeah, bro. Especially now. Like, if you're buying a car now, I guess, yeah. Unless you have like a credit union that you're going through that can still give you some really good rates, buying a car right now is kind of tough. Like, you're gonna be dealing with crazy interest rates. Like, if your interest rate now on your car is higher than 15-20%, I hate to say it, but you're getting screwed. You're getting done dirty. You're getting done dirty right now. Right, that's if your interest rate is above 15-20% for your car loan. You're getting done dirty right now. Like, no cap. Like, there's no way around it. And those are the people right now that are constantly getting repoed. Let's see. Wreckers, which are tow truck for semis, is boom. They cost like 2 to 5K on average to tow a semi. That's crazy. Almost 900Ks miles. See, that's the thing about them trucks, man. Them trucks go forever. You said just pay me 2K a month and I'll drive your ass. Let's see. Credit union's the only way to move. Yeah, it really is. They're gonna give you the best rates no matter what. Let's see. Wifey will mess up your whole train psychology in one night. Yeah. Yeah, listen. Happy wife, happy life, man. Happy wife, happy trading session. That's a fact. Why you red? Let's see. I'm glad I paid my car off. Last payment was it? Let's go. Round of applause, man, for paying off that car note, baby. Round of applause for paying off that car note, baby. Let's go, man. Anytime we can go ahead and eliminate a bill, that's a blessing. Anytime we can eliminate a bill, that's a W. A W in the chat for me. Come on now. Big W's in the chat, man. Let's see. Hey, boy, I just joined the Discord. That's my first Discord channel I've joined. Let's go, Sam. Welcome to the family, man. It definitely takes a little bit to get used to, though. You know, especially if you're new to this platform. But Discord is definitely by far the best. It's just easy in terms of running a community. All right, just because everything that we can do on it. So big shout out to you. You know, definitely, you know, communicate in the chat whenever you get a chance. Drop your thoughts, drop your markups. And yeah, man, we'll have some fun with that. Let's see, 2K a month. You playing yourself, bro? You can see that a week from trucking. Absolutely. Now, Kai, are you OTR? Like, do you constantly be on the road, bro, or you just stay local? Right? Are you OTR on the road, or are you local? Do you stay local? Like, what is your plans looking like? Do we have any other truckers in the building, family? Do we got anybody else that drives trucks as well? I see we got a tow truck driver over here repoing people's cars, making money off that way. We got another truck driver that's just pushing goods and services. Anybody else? Because like I said, listen, I don't know when I'm going to do it. I got the LLC. I got everything that I need for it. I just got to find time to actually go find a truck. If I do it, I want to actually be on the road myself just to get used to it. And then eventually hire drivers, hire a dispatcher, hire all the good stuff, right? But eventually I will have my own trucking business, man. That's just a lucrative business to be in. It's never going to go anywhere. It's something that's absolutely needed. Let's see, trucking since 06. Okay. Owner, operator, local. Let's go, Tyson. Okay. Not sure I can imagine Abel driving a semi. Only reason why I would do it is just to get that experience. Right? I would just get the experience of doing it. Right? I don't like starting things that I don't even do myself. Right? So if I ever do launch my trucking company, I will probably be, you know, doing some things myself. Just to gain that experience, see how the process works. So then when I hire a driver, they can't bullshit me. There's a lot of money in that, man. I've heard, though, now correct me if I'm wrong for all my truck drivers, I heard that the rates still have been very shitty. Like, I've heard that the rates are paying $1.50, $2 a mile, or whatever it is. And I think that that's pretty shitty. All right, I've heard the rates have been, you know, especially just because over the past few years, just like every industry, there's been an influx of people wanting to become owner-operators. So they kind of like saturated the markets a little bit. So the rates have been really, really bad. But I could be wrong. Make 60 cents a mile. I'm doing 3-4K miles a week. So do the math. Okay, yeah. Eat up, Kyle. Let's go, man. Go ahead and make your money, man. Go ahead and make your money. Freight is paying horrible at the moment. Yeah. Are you still in Telegram? Any grouper stuff? I do have a Telegram, but I also do have a Discord. Is really where I'm at. I would recommend you guys doing a Discord. Just because that's where really I spend most of my time at. So I just pinned the link to join the Discord. Click on that Discord up top at the top of the chat. Click on that link. And yeah, join the Discord, man. Welcome to the family. All right, finally, we're still waiting. We're still watching this stuff here, right? We had this initial spike here on the news release. We are about 13 minutes out from the open here. Again, I am liking the bullishness here for gold. I just want to see how we play off, right? I would love to see how we play below this 2372 level now. See if we can get below that and then form a nice OB or something. A live OB down there would be pretty nice. But we gotta see. We gotta see what we get here. What's the Nasdaq doing? The Nasdaq is still holding pretty high. The S&P as well in US 30. So everything is chilling right now. Not really doing too much. Bitcoin is also chilling up above around 63,800. So we're gonna keep our eyes on this stuff, man. See what we get here. Let's see. They are bad. Foreign brokers have taken over brokering loads in the U.S. Oh yeah, that's probably tough, definitely. But we're not taking cheap freight, not moving unless I get 250 a mile or more. Yeah, I mean that's dope, bro. You gotta really hold you gotta hold your ground, man. You don't want to be moving no cheap freight. Hell nah. Now, do any of you guys do Amazon? Or I know Amazon provides a lot of loads as well. How do you guys feel about the Amazon loads? You guys doing anybody do that? Let's see. I think our short push is about now. Very possible. We're seeing gold push back down here now, family. Again, let's see how we continue to play here. I want to see how we react below this, right? Once we completely, sweep this entire loan candle, we'll see how we play off of it. Let's see, Austin from Muskegon. Good to be back. Could you break down trading hours for futures? I just grabbed my first futures account. Shout out to my guy, Austin, man. Welcome back to the family, my brother. Good to see you, man. But futures is really the same as traditional Forex, right? Like, you could really trade this essentially all damn near the 24 hours a day. Now, if you're trading a prop firm account, though, you do have to close your trades before the end of the day, before 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. You do have to close out any positions, and then you can look for more trades after 6 p.m. Eastern, I think it is. But the trading sessions are very similar, very identical. We're still trading, gold, even though it's a different ticker. It's still the same structure. Everything is the same. But yeah, welcome back to the family, though, Austin. Let's get it. Let's see, what's Nasdaq's US 30 called in futures? That is going to be the YM. Oh, no, it's going to be NQ. Nasdaq for futures is NQ1 exclamation point. NQ1 exclamation point. I recommend you guys to look at MNQ, though, so you guys can trade the mini contracts. Right? You want to trade the minis, though, not the regular, contracts that you're going to blow your account. So type in MNQ1 for the minis and then trade that. Let's see, I've done Amazon. They are off and on in Texas. Okay. I run Amazon, Target, Walmart, but mostly Target. Yeah, go ahead, Tyson. Make your money, man. Let's go. You can make money from Amazon if you're doing 700 miles a day. 700 miles a day. How long would that take? All right, how long would that take? That's 700 miles. I could run. That's probably it's like a 12 hour, 6 hours. I could swear it's more than 6 hours. 700 miles? 700 miles would take me like 10 hours. 10, 11 hours maybe. I'm about to say 6 hours. You over here doing 200 miles an hour, my brother. Yeah, 700 miles will probably take you like 10, 11 hours, 12 hours. It'll take you a little while. I'm not even gonna lie. You speeding in that semi, going 200 miles an hour to do that. That's still not bad though, right? Going on a nice little 10-hour, 11-hour drive. You know what I'm saying? Make some good money. That'll be cool. And I sent a semi 700 miles in 12 hours. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's definitely above the 10 for sure. And then when you account for stops and breaks and lunch and food, yeah, definitely takes a little time. All right, I'm still watching this gold though, family. We are about 9 minutes out from the open here. All right, we are 9 minutes out from the open. But I am still liking this gold. We did push back a little bit lower here. Let's see how we play off of here. If we do continue to play off of these moving averages that we're testing right now, we might be able to get something. Again, I want to see a full sweep of the loan candle and then possibly go ahead and look for some more upside. So just take out this, just spike down a little bit lower. All right, get into this little imbalance that we have here now. All right, get into this imbalance, and then in the imbalance, go ahead and show me a play. Come on. Come on, Lee. Shimon, Lee. Give me some. Let's see. I live in Europe and I want to do trucking. That'll be pretty interesting. Trucking in Europe. That'll be pretty interesting. Let's see. She got it. GBP. She got it. GCLS. She got it. She got it. All right, so we did spike below here. Let's see how we play here off of gold. All right, we did spike into this imbalance. Let's see how this market continues to react here now. It's either going to push back up and give us a possible entry, or it could go a little bit lower. Let's see. But I do like that we finally spiked below this level. She got it. GCLS. Yeah, she got it. She got it. All right, let's see. What's the difference between mini and standard? Just the underlying asset itself, how much you're actually going to be trading. All right, that's really the quantity of contracts is going to be different. Like how many contracts you're actually. I want to make sure I say it correctly, right? But it's more so just how much you're able to actually play off of. All right, let's see what we get here. This 1 minute play. Look at this 1 minute engulfing back up. Let's see what we about to do here, Gold. Are we gonna close like this on higher? We're gonna play a 1 minute OB. We're gonna play a 1 minute OB. 1 minute OBs are a little dangerous, man, but it's 1 minute OB. What's the 5 minute looking like? You got it. GCLS. Yeah, she got it. She got it. We got this 1 minute OB. We swept these little lows right here into this imbalance, engulfed back up, supported by volume. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a little stab here, guys. I'm going to take a little risk here on gold, I believe. Let me just see. Let me continue to play this out. Let me see what we got here. Still waiting. I want to see how we play out here. I'm getting ready. I'm getting very, very close to taking this, though. I'm just debating on if I put my stop directly below this candle or do I just put it a little bit wider. That's what I'm really debating on right now. On bank roll, ho, whoa, deep 50 pips on the bank roll. She got it. All right, yeah, I'm taking a little bit of risk here. I'm just gonna take it. I took a little bit of risk here, guys, on gold. We're going to see how this plays out, but I did take a little bit of risk. Took a position here. I like what we've seen here. Essentially, got over what I really wanted to see. All right, we've seen the market go ahead and create the support, spike below the support into the imbalance, engulf back above. Now, again, these 1 minute engulfing plays, man, these 1 minute live OBs. Again, we got to be mindful. It's a 1 minute live OB. All right, this could, get completely washed, right? That's why I'm only playing the low of this OB. Like, I'm playing the fact that this is going to be the low of this higher low. And now we can go ahead and possibly go to the upside. So, I took some risk here. Or I took this trade. Took my entry. Got my position. And now we just let this thing run. All right? It's either we're going to take a win on this or we're going to take an L on this, right? There are only two outcomes. But now we just let it play out. I'm comfortable with it. And we'll see. Hopefully the market can now, go ahead and start to go back into the upside and actually trend to the upside here. In terms of target, I might have my initial, target right up here at these highs. If we can get back up to the highs, that'll be phenomenal. But I do think there's a chance that we even run further. All right. Again, I am bullish this, right? Especially based off news and data and stuff. I'm very bullish this, right? So I want this thing to continue even past these highs. And on my personal accounts that I'm also trading, I will probably hold these past the highs. But on this prop firm account, obviously we can't, right? We're just going to trade it. Try to target to these highs up here for around 126 points, and we'll go ahead and see what happens. But we're playing the 1 minute live OB here. which is always a little dangerous, but we gonna take it. You know, I got what I wanted to see, and now we just let this thing play out, family. Now we just let this thing play out. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Yesterday I took a trade on EU and I cut my loss and market hit my TP. Any advice? Why did you cut your loss? Right? What caused you to cut your loss? Was it something that was done because of your plan, or was it because of your emotions? Right? Because for me, if I'm following my plan and I take a loss, or I cut my loss soon, like yesterday, right? Yesterday we ended up cutting our loss a lot sooner than our stop loss getting hit. But that was because we were just watching price action. Right? We still followed our plan. You know, so as long as you followed your plan that you have set, then it is what it is. You just got to deal with it, right? But there's times as well where I do that, where I take a loss or I cut my trade early and then it still runs to TP. Now, more times than not, a big reason why most people do that, right, is where they play around with their stop loss, they get in and out early, is because they're emotional about how much they're risking, right? So one question you have to ask yourself is, did I over leverage? More times than not, most people over leverage, and that's what causes them to get fearful, emotional, and they get out and they start, you know, getting out of trades way sooner. Right? So just let your trade play out. Like right here. I'm okay with whatever happens. It's either we're going to make money on this or we're going to lose. But the fact that I already took the trade, it tells me that I'm comfortable with accepting the loss if it happens. If you're not comfortable with accepting the loss, then it's probably because you over leveraged, or you took a trade that went against your actual rules. Right? So you got to really figure out why you took that loss. Why did you cut it so soon? Was it your emotions? What was it? Right? I'm okay with whatever happens here. I already accepted the trade when it happens. Right? So we got to let this thing play out. Win or lose, I would still take this trade 100 out of 100 times. Right? I said this yesterday too, right? Like this setup right here, I would take it no matter what happens. Whether we win or lose on this position, I will still take it if it shows up tomorrow. Why? Because I've traded this setup 1,000 times already. Right? And more times than not, this setup ends up going for a win. Now, there's times where it turns into a loss, and that's fine. It is what it is. That's why we manage risk. Right? That's exactly why we manage risk. But if this setup shows up tomorrow again, I'm taking it once again. No questions asked. I'll just take it again and again and again, because I understand the probability of it is more times than not, it will produce a winner than a loser. Okay? So just really figure out why you took that loss, and then just see if there's something you could have done better. Alright, so let's see what we get here, family. Gold about to hit 0.79 on the fibs. Might take in the gun. I mean, I already took my trade, so we're going to let this thing play out. I'm kind of looking at first entry. Please drop USD pair analysis. You want me to drop a dollar analysis? It looks like I might get stopped out here, by the way, family, but we'll see how this plays out. Again, no matter what happens, it is what it is. You know, we played the 1 minute live OB. We'll see if this can, you know, possibly hold, or it can, you know, go ahead and flip back bullish for us. But either way, no matter what happens, like I said, I'll take this setup every single day of the week. Every day of the week, I'll take the setup again, no matter what happens here. All right, but let's see what we got here. Most owner ops are making 6 to 8K a week. You bring home 2-3K after business deducts. Yeah, that's not bad, man. Let's see, got my stop at 62. Okay, yeah, I'm in at 23.68, taking partials at the high and letting it ride, just waiting on NAS, and I'll be done for the week. Overbidding will F everything up in your head. Market does what it wants. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? That last statement you just said is so powerful, right? The markets will do whatever the hell it wants. Right? We can't control what this market ends up doing. That's just a fact. We don't have no control over what this market actually ends up doing. Like, we don't. Right? But what we can control is how much we're risking. Right? We can control our risk for each setup. We can control our emotions during the actual trade. We can control those things. We need to focus on the controllables and not the uncontrollables. We don't know what this market can do. Again, this market can easily drop right now and stop me out. It is what it is. That's out of my control. This market can fly right now. That's out of my control. What I can control is how much I'm willing to lose. And that's what I focus on. And when you start thinking like that, it's going to make things a little bit easier. Because like I said, if this loses, I'm comfortable with the loss. It is what it is. If this setup shows up again tomorrow, I'm taking it again and again and again, because I've seen it play out more times than not successfully than it actually hitting a loss. And that's how we play the game here. All right, so let's see what's the rest of the market doing here. What's the Nasdaq? See, the Nasdaq is pushing back up here. What's US 30 doing? S&P, yeah, the indices are starting to push back up here. Indices are starting to push back up to the upside. Come on, go. We need you to start running. My only issue, my thing that's gonna suck though, I will say this, right? Where my stop loss is playing the fact that this low is going to hold with this 1 minute OB. Which could come back and bite us in the butt, right? Because there's still a chance that this comes lower and still goes higher, right? Which is why if we do get stopped out here, I'm fine. I will just look for another re-entry and then stops below the entire range, which is really where it probably should have been. But I'm playing the fact that this holds, that this low holds right here for the 1 minute OB. Playing a 1 minute OB, hopefully that holds for us. Again, we need to focus on what we can control, though, family. We can control our risk, our emotions, our attitude, and all that stuff. We can't control anything else what the market does. So, let's see. What size account are you trading? This size account is right here. Right. This is a 100K account, prop firm account. This is not a funded account. Right. This is something that we started together here live. It's not a funded account. Right. We are in the phase 1 of it. A top step account, 100K top step account that we are going to be growing, hopefully passing, and then getting to the funded account together live right here on YouTube. Right, the entire process is going to be live on YouTube. So, but yeah, this is a 100K account here. Now I do have other size accounts where there's my personal, and I have a couple other prop firm accounts as well. But this one specifically that you guys are going to be watching and trading with me is going to be this 100K account. Fitty, bounce. Gold is trying right here, man. It's trying, but this level is holding really strong right here. We got to really get back above this level right here, man. If we can truly get above here and close above this level, a nice strong close above there will be phenomenal for us. Let's see, what's my trigger line looking like? Yeah, we need this to pop up now. We need this to pop up now. If it tries to go ahead and fill this wick, then we might have to take this L. Right, but we need this to now pop up, right? We close as an engulfing. We ended up taking out previous candle low, flip back bullish, close as an engulfing to the upside, supported by volume. Yeah, flip up now. Come on. There you go. Flip up now. Come on. Get above my trigger line. My trigger line is the 13 period moving average. If we can get above my trigger line, then that'll be phenomenal. Right, we did close above the 50 period moving average here in the 5 minute, but I want to see us get above the trigger line as well. That'll be phenomenal. We got to get above here. This 2373 is holding us right now. This 2373 is really what's causing a little bit of a headache right now. But once we get above there, I think we have a solid play back up to these highs. Let's see. What prop firm do you use for the Forex side of things on your phone that you was talking about? I don't have no Forex prop firms, right? So anything that I have on the Forex side is all personal accounts. Right, and I'm trading on Sway Markets for my personal account. On the Forex side, I'm using Sway Markets as my broker of choice. Right, if you guys want to join, click the link in the description of this bio to go ahead and join. You will get better conditions if you use the link in my bio. So yeah, definitely go ahead and use the link in my bio if you want to trade Forex on a personal side. Right, for personal funds. Now, if you want to go the Forex prop firm route, I would recommend funding pips. Funding pips is just the best option. They're the cheaper option. They are the most reliable option right now. So funding pips if you do want to go the Forex prop firm route, which I don't have a link for. You just got to type in fundingpips.com. I see. Take your setup to have a small edge and add to your account. Track your progress. I know I have a better success rate with spotting sell setups over buys. I only sell markets. That's dope that you're aware of that though, right? Because that is crucial, right? There is people that have a preferred side that they like to lean towards, right? Whether it's buy or sells. You know, and the fact that you have that awareness to notice that you really perform better with sells, that's dope, right? Definitely continue to ride that out. That's dope because most people aren't even aware that they have that bias, right? So that's dope that you even have that for sure. We did get the open as well, fam. I just realized we did get the open here as well. Let's see how the market plays off here on the open. Indices did get a little spike up. They're starting to push a little bit down right now. But they did get a little spike up here as well on the open. Let's see what gold does. Gold is just playing around our entry. Again, remember what I told you yesterday, guys. We gotta stay balanced, right? We can't get too high. We can't get too low in these markets. You know, the same way your emotions are when you're in profit is the same way it needs to be when you're in the negative. Right? Your emotions have to be balanced. We have to be able to balance our emotions as traders. It's the only way we're gonna see success here. Let's see. Appreciate you, Free Zone, for dropping that link, by the way, for them. All right, let me see what else we got here. Let me see what else we got here, man. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Because I got it like that. Because I got it like that. Yeah, gold isn't doing anything right now. My hope is that our stop loss is not too tight. That's my hope, right? I hope that this sweep right here is enough liquidity, enough of a liquidity grab that we're playing off of, and that the market doesn't want to seek more liquidity, right? That will be ugly because then that will get stopped out. I mean, we still can always look for another re-entry, but I hope that we are just not going to be used as liquidity neither. Because I'm hoping at this level, man, that little grab of liquidity right there hopefully is enough for us to justify a move higher. But there's always that chance that this thing does come down. Maybe want to seek a little bit more liquidity. But we'll have to adjust if it happens, man. If we do get stopped out because of that, then we'll just look for another re-entry. I still do like the upside regardless here for gold, right? I think at the end of this day, by the end of today, we do close bullish. So we just got to let this play out now. Yeah, this 2373 right now is really holding strong as a resistance. We got to get back above that. We got to get back above that. We grabbed it, and that is a fact. Like I really would have preferred. This is just now me thinking about it. I kind of wish that we actually played our stop a little bit lower. But I can't move it now because that's going to be essentially almost doubling my risk. And I don't want to do that. Right? I don't want to widen my stop now. We're just below the range because now I'm literally going to be doubling my risk, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather take this loss and just readjust if anything. As he saw on funding pivot says the price and below says for X amount of accounts. Is that the limit of accounts you can buy? Most likely. I'm not really sure what you're referring to, but most likely. Every moment turned into a twisted in a row. Nah, this song is a banger. Every moment turned into the twisted in a row. Yeah, 15-minute candle about to close in a couple minutes. Yeah, we're really holding below this 2373 right now. That's what's really holding us up. This 2373 is what's really holding us up right now. We got to get above that. We got to get back above that for us to have any type of play here. Again, our entry was based off of the sweep of this low, engulfing back to the upside above the range, supported by volume. That is a play all day long, right? But now these moving averages and just this 2373 is really holding us. The moment we can get above here, though, oh my goodness, I think we're going to have a clear move up higher. If we can get above and close above the 2376, I think we have a solid play higher, but we got to see if it's going to give us that break before our stop loss get hit, or if they're going to hit our stop and then eventually give us that. Because if it does hit our stop, like I said, and we bounce back up, I'm going to take another re-entry, man. I'm not opposed to taking that. We just got to let this stuff go, though. Oh, let a minute go. Every moment turned into the twisted in the low. Let's see what we about to do. All right, looks like we're about to get stopped out. Don't know where we. That's a cool thing about. All right, there we go. I'm out. I'm officially out, family. I am out. Now I'm going to sit on my hands and see what this actually does. Again, my thing and what I'm really going to just keep my eye on now is where we actually more liquidity here. Right? Because look at, I was playing the fact that this was possibly a liquidity grab. Now we took out this low as well. Is this going to be a little liquidity grab? And how are we going to play here? All right, I'm not opposed to taking another buy, but now we really just got to let this market show us what it wants to do. Let's let this market show us what it wants to do before we take another trade here. But I am out. I took a little loss on that. I think I lost about 200 bucks. 200 bucks is nothing on this 100K account because we managed risk correctly. But now we got to watch for the re-entry, see if we can get. Because again, I promise y'all. Let me not promise, right? These markets going to do what it wants. I think we do close bullish for the day. Right? I truly believe that we close bullish for the day. So we got to see what happens here now. Now we're really testing this play down here, right? This last bearish candle that caused the bullish move higher. Let's see what we get here. Let's see that 39.90 on YM is holding nice. What's YM doing? Oh, yeah. This is the reality of trading, family. How we react and respond to this now is going to be everything, right? How are we going to react and respond to us just taking an L? Remember that. That's going to be the crucial part of trading. How do we react and respond to this? We don't want to get emotional. We don't want to have FOMO. But we still want to think logically, right? We have to think logically in every single time we do this. We are about 15 minutes out from the 10-minute candle. Right, 10:03 gang. Hopefully we can get another entry to really play out for us, but we're gonna really let this stuff play out and see what happens here. Let's see what we get here. If I take another entry, it's gonna be something that again it just makes so much sense to do so. Like our attempt here, guys, wasn't a bad attempt, by the way. Like again, I would take that setup all day long, every single day of the week. So if it shows itself again here, I'm taking it again. Right? That sweep below the lows inside of an imbalance. An engulfing pattern, live OB back above the range supported by volume. Like that's really all I play. Well, that's one of my plays, right? I'll take that all day long. No questions asked. So now let's see how this continues to play out here. It could continue to drop, and if it continues to drop, then fine. We're not in it anyways. But if we can flip back bullish here, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Let's see what we get here. Let's see what we get here. I think that's my first actual L of the week too. The loss that we took yesterday, we ended up cutting that extremely short just because we read price action. So that's my first L of the week, which is cool. That's light. That's light. Let's see how we continue to play here. Let's see how we continue to play here. Let's see, I'm with the data for the bear dollar. Yeah, I was thinking since in the middle of the week was at the high of the week priced in order to take some liquidity. It is possible. All right, again, this market could still come all the way down and completely erase the news candle for sure. Right, and if it does continue to drop here, which is possible, again, but this drop is like even looking at it on damn near every time frame, the sell is looking tough. Right, like the sell just looks tough on almost every time frame, right? So I'm not really too interested in the sell. I like the buys for sure from a technical and a fundamental perspective. We just gotta wait for this entry. Our first attempt didn't play out. That's cool. It is what it is. Now we gotta wait for the second one. Boy, this recap video is gonna be lit that I make for this too. Because I like making these type of recap videos where we take a sell and we take a loss, because then we're able to, you know, work through it. So let's see what we get here. From Tyrone and Abel. Now we celebrating a trip to Miami. I'm Ryan. I'm Forens. Let's see what we get here. Pick up of a million. I'll show it. Yeah, this thing's completely erasing the entire news spike up here. What are we about to do here, Gold? You erase the entire news spike. What's Indices doing? The indices are holding pretty strong, though, to the upside. Is gold leading? Do you think this move right here on gold is something that we'll see on indices now, too? You think indices are going to fall down as well? Because, I mean, NASDAQ looks like it's starting to roll over a little bit. But we did essentially completely erase the entire news candle. We are now coming and filling this wick as well. That happened right before news. We're also about to... I mean, we're testing above a 2361 key level area that I have highlighted here. This could be an interesting area, family, where we actually really look for some opportunities here. This could be a nice play here. Let's see how we play down here. I'm on my grind, getting the crop. That's all that I see. This would be a crazy trade if we can get something like this. Let's see how this plays off here. Let's see how we play here. I seen the millie, I got motivated. Seen the millie, I got motivated. Let's see what we get here. Again, I'm not in anything, family. You guys will know if I actually do take a trade, right? You guys will see it on the screen again. But now that we fell this low, now that we took out the entire news candle, hey, man. Hey, man. Let's see. All right, we're about to bounce off this 2361. Let's see how this 2361 looks here. I love my babies. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, this thing is still falling. Let's see how gold plays off of here. Again, I'm not in nothing yet, family. I'm still watching. Are we about to take out this low as well? Let's see. Look, I'm -5 and now we're hating. How we gonna play down here? Again, now we're trading in fresh lows, fresh liquidity here on the sweep of this news candle, this news wick. I still am bullish gold. That's why I'm still eyeing this. We are about 8 minutes out as well from this 10 o'clock candle. You guys know that 10 o'clock candle gets crazy for us. That 10:03 gang is almost 10:03 gang getting ready to stand up. Let's see. Nasdaq ended up falling too here on the 1 minute. Nasdaq ended up falling pretty aggressively here. What's the dollar doing? Dollar got to be pushing up. Yeah, it is. Figures. All right, so look at what the dollar did, right? So the dollar ended up sweeping this low here. And now we're starting to see this thing gain a lot of momentum, a lot of strength, right? When you see people talk about liquidity, that's what we're referring to, right? You know, when we get below these lows, there's usually, you know, some possible demand that we can find. And we're seeing the dollar really pushing back up to the upside here. The dollar pushing up is really what's causing everything to fall the way it has been. Right, that dollar strength is killing all of my momentum in terms of my trade and my positions. We need this to really flip back bearish here. We need you to turn back around, buddy. Like, who do you think you are, bud? Who do you think you are, bud? Who do you think you are, bud? Like, what do you think this is, man? So I still like it though. I'm still gonna be watching this gold, see how we play down here. Again, I would take this entry every single time it shows itself. So if we get that similar play, right? If we get a similar reaction to where now we're sweeping below these lows and we get a nice strong live will be back within the range, I'm taking it again. Right? But we gotta just let this thing play out now. We gotta be patient here. This thing is falling hard. Let me see what we got. Where's our point of control? Oh yeah. Now we swept all this lows too over here. All right, we even swept these lows too. Let's see what we get. Now we're testing real fresh liquidity down here. Now we're trusting in super fresh liquidity. If this just continues to fall and I'm just wrong, then I'm just wrong. It is what it is. Right, because this thing is pretty aggressive right now to the downside. The dollar is pushing. Is there some headlines that we didn't catch? Let me see. Let me spin the block real quick, Flame. I haven't spun the block in a while with y'all, man. Let me go ahead and take a spin around the block real quick, man. Let me see what we got here. Let me go ahead and spin the block real quick. And when I say spin the block, family, I'm just referring to going to Twitter. I'm just going to Twitter to see what's happening over here on Twitter. Hold on. Let me spin the block real quick. Let me see. Am I missing any headlines? Let me see. Let me see. Let me spin the block. Okay. Damn, the Prime Minister of Slovakia just got shot. That's crazy. Prayers for him. The Prime Minister of Slovakia just got shot like not even 10 minutes ago. But wouldn't that, I would assume, I don't think that has any impact to these markets. It might. If a Prime Minister just got shot, that might influence these markets like crazy. Let me see. Pull up in the... Slovakia has been shot. That's crazy. Let's see. I'm still over here spinning the block real quick, Flammy. Hold on. Damn, that's like the worst thing to happen, right? A prime minister or a president gets shot, bro. Like, what? That is crazy. I see on the hit to be murdering. Let's see. I'm still looking, family, seeing if I can find anything that might have caused dollar strength and gold weakness. I think there is a chance that the market could still pop up from these lows, sweeping these liquidity, sweeping all these lows right here and grabbing all this liquidity, but well, we bagged that. How do I feel about putting a... I've been testing buy stops, man. How do I feel about possibly putting a buy stop above this high? How do I feel about that? Again, we're doing all this thing in real time, family. That's the cool thing about my streams, man. Like, this is as transparent as it gets. Y'all gonna get everything from my setups to my entries to my losses, the wins, to me reanalyzing the market after a win or a loss, how I deal with my emotions, everything in real time. Like, this is valuable, right? So I'm really I'm thinking this through right now to see on if, because I really like how we swept these lows right here, right? We grabbed a ton of liquidity below these lows. I'm really tempted to go ahead and take a position here back to the upside. Pull up with the pips. We be murdering. I see on that. We be murdering. Let me see. How y'all feeling though, family? You guys still with me? Let me see. How we feeling right now in the chat? Let me see. 1 minute bearish engulfing. I've taken the high. She came back in and got my go-to setup. Oh yeah. Let's see, Bitcoin pushing up strong. That's why we need. Why won't Sway FX let me close my position? That's a good question. I don't know. Sway FX and Sway Markets are two different entities, by the way. I like Sway Markets. I don't know what Sway FX is doing. See, now this gold is trying to push. You best not leave without us, gold. I did like that sweep here on gold, though. I like the sweep below these lows, though, but let's see. We're about a minute out from this 10 o'clock candle. Let's see what the 10:03 candle gives us. Let's see. Sway is having issues. Is it? Let me see if I can log in. Let me on the desktop real quick. Let me see if I can log in. Let me see if I can log in and see what the issue is here. Let's see. Yeah, look at this gold trying to push back up. Look at this gold trying to push back up. Who you think you is, gold? Who you think you is? You just came all the way down to sweep this liquidity and now you want to run? Hey, man, I respect the gangster. I respect the gangster. I'm not even mad at you. I'm not even mad at you, bro. You know what? I'm going to try a stop order up here. I might test some things out. Let's see. Again, you guys will know when I take this trade, family. You guys will know exactly when I jump into the position. So we'll see. We'll see what this gives us here. I'm still watching. I'm still watching. The only reason why I haven't jumped in yet is because like I don't have all of my criteria just yet. The only thing that makes me want to possibly say that this could go up is just the sweep of liquidity, right? The grab below these lows. But I'm still watching, man. I still got to see how this plays out because that's like the only thing that I have. I don't have no live OB. I don't have volume supporting the move to the upside just yet. In fact, we had an increase of bearish volume. So I don't have everything that I typically look for, right? When we took the initial buy, I had everything that I needed, right? We had the sweep of internal range structure, internal liquidity. We had the engulfing. We had the volume, right? We had the fundamentals on our side. At least we thought we had it on our side. See, that's a completely different ballgame, right? But now I don't have much, right? I don't have much just yet, at least. Right? Only thing I have is just a sweep of liquidity, right? Trading from a liquid area is literally the only thing we see here. And this could be all it needs, to be honest with y'all, right? But I want to just make sure that I want to make sure if I take another trade here that we can justify it and justify the loss if it happens. think that's like the biggest thing here, right? If you're taking a trade, is the loss that you take, if it happens, is it going to be justifiable? Right? One thing that traders do, family, and again, correct me if I'm wrong here, right? But most traders, what they do is they come to the market, they find a setup, and they're so focused on their target. Right? Where's my target at? Right? Is it justifiable? Like, bro, you need to think about your loss. Where's your, like, how much are you risking? Where's your stop loss going to be at? Like, that should be the most important thing we focus on. Right? The TP is whatever. What is your loss looking like? Right? So I'm trying to make sure if I take a trade here, wherever I put my stop loss, if it's going to be justifiable if it does get hit. Or will it be something where I just be upset that I took the trade and my stop loss I just put in a random spot? Then I'll be a little bit more upset, right? Because now my stop wasn't justifiable, right? So don't focus too much on where your TP is. That you should never limit your TP anyways, unless obviously you're trading props. But you should limit how much you're willing to lose here, right? Focus on the actual risk. How much can we actually lose? How much will we lose? Is our stop loss justifiable? Is it in the correct spot? Yes or no? All right, these are the things we have to be aware of. What's up? All right, let's see. Let's see what we get here, family. Let's see what we get here. A few people can't close their positions. Damn, that's tough. I don't know what's going on with Sway. Let's see. Plus, what are your criteria for taking a trade? Right? It really depends on the setup itself, right? I have like two go-to setups, right? One is just a simple liquidity grab, right? One is a liquidity grab in the direction of the trend, which is what we took today, right? The setup that we took today is definitely one of my favorite setups that we could take. You know, something like this, right? We have a strong impulse, price pulls back, creates the support, builds up liquidity. The grab of liquidity here, supported by the engulfing back to the upside with volume increasing. That is usually one of my go-to setups for sure all day long, right? And that one is usually good. And we usually look for those type of criteria on the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute time frame. Another criteria that I also like when it comes to my setups is a very simple, and we can actually look at this maybe on the 1 hour time frame right here on gold. Right, if we know what the direction of the market is, the trend is just a break back above my trigger line. Right, a break back, a close above my trigger line here in the direction of the trend. So for this example here, right, I still always want to have a liquidity grab regardless, but like a close back above here, right, my trigger line is my 13 period moving average. A nice strong close above there can also justify an entry for me. Right, so as we're either taking it directly off of the sweep of liquidity, right, as long as our criteria is met, or we wait for the market to go back above our trigger line, and then on the close of the trigger line is also another entry for me. All right, so those are like the two main ones that I really am a big fan of. All right, either the liquidity grab or the trigger line entry. Okay. Now the liquidity grab one could be in either direction. A liquidity grab entry could be either in a trending market, or if we're looking for an overall correction in the market as well, or an overall reversal. The trigger line entry, that is usually only going to work best in trending markets. Like that is literally when we're actually only trending, or we continue just riding those higher highs and higher lows, or lower lows and lower highs. But the liquidity grab could be either or. All right, but look at gold, family. Now gold is trying to push back up here, man. What are you about to do? Is this grab of liquidity right here really going to be enough for you? Again, I still don't have my criteria, man. I don't have the engulfing that's supported by volume if I'm playing a liquidity grab. That's typically what I like to look for, man. If I'm playing a liquidity grab entry, I need to see that. We don't have it, right? We do have increasing volume somewhat, but we didn't get the engulfing pattern supported by volume. And that's what's kind of what's hindering this. But gold can still, again, I am very bullish this, guys, right? I think we do close back all the way up to these highs by the end of today, right? I do think so. I truly believe that we do close back bullish here. I just gotta wait for the right opportunity still now. Let's see, NQ sells. What you looking at, Omar? Let me see. NQ sell. I mean, it's possible, bro. But just like NQ as well. Like I think NQ is just, in my opinion, more so going to continue bullish. Right? I think NQ, the S&P, US 30. Right? I think these, in my opinion, just continue bullish here. Right? We had again a nice little grab of liquidity here below this little level of structure, below that wick. Rebounding back up. We got the close back above my trigger line. Right, a strong close above the trigger line in a bullish trend. That could have been an entry all day here. Only thing is, if you wait for the trigger line entry, the stops are going to be a little bit wider. Right, like the stops, you're going to have a wider stop if you're playing the trigger line entry as opposed to just playing the liquidity grab entry. Right, liquidity grab entry is always going to give you the best risk to reward, but the trigger line entry is going to give you a lot more confidence. Right, so it's not as good as a risk to reward, but your confidence will be a lot higher because of where you're actually, taking the trade from. All right, so let's see how this continues to play out. Now it's past 10 o'clock, family. This 10 o'clock usually gives us a nice solid play here. Let's see if we can find something that makes sense. Let's see. I'm up the cash up on a new 20. We did get a nice strong close here on the 3-minute as well. Nice little engulfing back above. I think this low is going to hold, though, at this point. I think this low is going to hold for gold. I'm just going to take a little bit of risk here on gold, family. It's definitely going to be a little bit of a wider stop now because I did wait a little bit. But I think I'm going to take a little bit of risk. I'm not going to risk much whatsoever. I'm only going to risk 200 bucks on this. But I am going to take it, and we're just going to let this thing play out. I think at this point, I believe this low holds. Right? I believe this low holds here. Right, I think this low can actually hold, so we're going to take this and we're just going to deal with the outcome of it. Best case scenario, we go all the way back to the upside and hit our TP. Worst case scenario, we take another little loss, and I'll be 0-2 for the day, man, and that's going to be my day for the day. But I'm taking it, man. I truly believe, especially off of the data, off of the trend, everything is still leaning towards bullish gold here. Right, so I gotta take it. I'm gonna trust myself, trust my analysis, and we're gonna let this thing play out. If I'm right, amazing. If I'm wrong, hey man, it happens, right? It happens. These days are gonna happen in the market where you're just gonna have a bad day, right? Where nothing just hits, and that's okay, right? That's okay. Again, it's not what the trade happens, right? It's how you respond to the actual trades itself, which is gonna dictate everything for you. So as long as we taking solid trades, which we are, we have to be okay with the outcome. Right, so it's either this is gonna win or lose, and I'm fine with whatever happens, no matter what. All right, so but yeah, that's my last trade of the day here on gold. Hopefully this can continue to go. We are about 5 minutes out. Hopefully this 15-minute candle can close bullish like this as a bullish engulfing. That'll be pretty nice. And hopefully this level right here, man, can actually hold. As long as we can stay above this 23.67, I think we'll be pretty solid. So there we go. That's my trade for the day, guys. Targeting back up to the high. Stops below this low now, and we'll see. We'll let this thing play out. But that is my final trade of the day. Let's see. High level game. Yeah, man. This trading game ain't easy, family. Right? Becoming a profitable, consistently profitable trader is literally not easy. Right? This is one of the most complicated, most difficult ways to make money. But it's also one of the best. Right, by far is one of the best ways to make money if you're able to actually develop a strategy and edge that works, and you're able to control your emotions at a high level. So that's just the reality of it, man. There's days where we are hitting 100%. Every trade we take hits, and then there's going to be days where we just are having a bad day. You have to be okay with both of those. That's why we don't over leverage. That's why we manage risk. That's why it's there. That's why every trader you talk to is always going to say risk management is of the most important. So let's see. Notices that gold started pumping at 10:03. Yeah, that's hilarious, right? 10:03 gang in the building. Let's see. Yeah, it really did. Look at this. The 10:03 candle is really what started this pump up. 10:03 gang stand up. Right, that 10:03 candle is hilarious, bro. That really is funny as hell. It just started moving at 10:03. I see. I entered at 23.56. To be honest. Oh yeah, you got a banger of an entry. Let me see. I know you're looking at part of XAU 20. Yeah, you got a banger of an entry, bro. You got a banger of an entry, man. Hopefully that can hold for all of us. That's a solid entry right there. Let's see, Abel, how do you enter stop loss on futures, right? You essentially got to place the opposite of what your trading is. So if you're taking this buy here on gold, you have to set a sell stop, right? You have to set a sell stop for the same amount of contracts that you're currently entered in, right? So I took 2 contracts here on gold. I would have to place a sell stop with 2 contracts wherever I want to place my stop loss at, right? So a sell stop is going to allow you to do that. We just don't do this for play. Let's see what we get here now. Trading doesn't just reveal your character, it also builds it if you stay in the game long enough. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Right, trading will actually tell you if you are a... It will really reveal a lot about you. That's such a fact, bro. Because again, this skill set, man, this career that we are all on is not for the faint of heart. Like, this will dictate a lot. It also tells you a lot as well. Like, this skill set, learning how to trade, will tell you if you're actually a disciplined person or not. Right? It will tell you if you have patience or not. It will tell you a lot. Right? It will tell you if you have the ability to have critical thinking, you could say, right? Like, it reveals a lot, man. And the reason why most people, the ones that are profitable, that have been here for years, they've been able to adjust, right, and learn from it. You know, everything that happens in trading, I learn from it and I adjust from it, right? I try to get better from it, you know, and just deal with the outcomes, you know. So we got to see how this plays out here now, family. We're going to let this play out. Again, if we take a win, amazing. We can make back our loss and some, which is never the goal. It's just to take a profitable trade, a solid trade, and let it play out. Or we take another loss, and that's just going to be it for today, right? I'll be 0-2 for today, and we'll call it a day. But I like the setup. I see, I took it because that was my entry I took last night at London. Okay. Let's see, 2361.4 was my entry. Yeah, y'all got better entries than I did. Let's see, bro, I'm getting a t-shirt 1003 gang. Yeah. Yeah, now we definitely got to get some merch. All right, we got to get some 1003 gang merch. And the funny thing is, like, there's really going to be like an insider joke, right? Nobody's going to know what that even means besides us. Like, our community would know what that means for sure. Let's see, pushing my 3rd year and just now starting to see real results. Yeah, it took me around 3 years too, bro, to just gain some consistency. Like, I would even, like, I would say by year 3, I was able to become, I would say, profitable. And I consider profitability, family, this is just me, right? I consider you a profitable trader, not just because you're having a good month, right? A good week or a good month, but when you're able to make back essentially all the money that you lost when you started, and now you're in profit overall, right? That's what I consider as a profitable trader, right? So all the losses that I essentially took in my first 3 years, by year 3, year 4, I was able to make most of that back and some, and then I had consistency going forward. But even then, I didn't have like a crazy year, right? You can be a profitable trader, guys, and make 20,000 a year from trading, 30,000 a year from trading, 50,000 a year from trading, right? You don't have to make $1 million from trading to be considered a profitable trader, right? You can literally make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 consistently, right? Getting $1,000, $2,000 a month consistently. You're a profitable trader, right? So you don't have to go for the big bucks, right? Just keep that in mind, right? Most people want to go for $1 million and then say, oh, I'm a profitable trader because I make $1 million. Like, nah, bro, if you can make an extra $10,000 a year, an extra $30,000 a year, and you've done it consistently every single month by growing your account, that's a profitable trader. How do you place a stop loss in profit? Sorry if you answered that. Yeah, all you got to do is simply move your sell stop in profit. All right, because again, if you are in a buy, your stop loss is going to be a sell stop if you are in a buy already. All right, and if you're in profit, for example, if my entry was down here, right, at this 2364, and if I move my stop like this in front of my entry and the sell stop is there, right, now my stop is at break even, right? And if it hits it, it'll hit the sell stop and it'll essentially close out my trades completely, right? So you want to move your sell stop into profit above your order. Make sure the contracts are the same though, right? You have to make sure that you are placing the correct amount of contracts, because I messed up, right? At the beginning of this year, I had moved my trade into break even or into profit, right, to, you know, obviously remove the risk. but my sell stop actually had 4 contracts, let's say, right? And if your sell stop has 4 contracts, but your actual trade is only 2, now you just closed out 2 of those, but you also entered into 2 sell orders, right? You also entered into 2 sell positions. So make sure your contracts align, especially if you don't plan on entering no more trades. I did that and I was confused as hell. I'm like, oh, what the hell? Like, what's going on here? Right, and it's because I had too many contracts on my pending orders where my stop losses are. So it closed out my trade, but it also entered into new ones. And that kind of like screwed me a little bit. More so confused the hell out of me more than anything. Let's see, wow, you know what's crazy, Devin, bro? Like, when you actually learn it, it seems simple. But I'm gonna be honest, bro, I struggled with that too. Like, I think Eric is the one that really like helped me. Eric is the one that really helped me understand that. Because I'm going to be honest, I was confused as hell too. Let's see, took me 3 years to get funded, 5 to get a payout, playing college ball the whole time. Let's go, Warner. Let's go, man. Please could help with risk management when it comes to prop firm. That's a good question, right? I mean, it really depends on your risk appetite. So for me, for this account, right, this is a prop firm account, right? I'm comfortable risking 1 to 2% for the entire setup. Because I only take like 1 or 2 stabs a day, right? So I'm comfortable risking 1 or 2% for the prop firm, but that's because I'm also trying to be a little bit more aggressive, right? I don't want to take months to try to pass this challenge, right? Especially when prop firms on the futures side are so cheap, right? Like, it's so cheap to get a futures prop firm account. So I'm going a little bit more aggressive because I want to pass this shit in a month. I don't want to take 2, 3, 4 months, but that's just me, right? If you want to grow it and you're comfortable with taking a little longer to pass it, then just lower 0.25, 0.5%, right? Lower your risk a lot. But I'm risking 1 to 2% every trade, right? Targeting 2 times, 3 times my risk. Like, this setup right here is a 2 to 1. So I'm risking 1.5%, I believe, on this one to make 3%. I'm comfortable with that because, again, I'm being aggressive now. I said last week that I wanted to take my time with this, but I'm going to be honest, I don't want to take my time with this, right? Because if we end up blowing this, then I'll just buy another one, right? These things are so cheap. I'll just buy another one, right? And then we'll go ahead and grow that one. Because the moment we do get funded and we actually get to our first payout, it's going to literally produce way more than what we probably spent on the actual accounts as a whole because these things are so freaking cheap, right? So I'm playing a little bit more aggressive. Right, I have to make 6% in order to get funded. So I'm risking 1% each trade to hopefully make 2 or 3%, at least double my risk, to then eventually get us to that 6% target. So I'm playing a little bit more aggressive here. I don't want to wait 2, 3 months to try to pass this. It just makes no sense to me, right? Because it costs money, right? Time is money. I need to pass this shit immediately. I'm trying to pass it ASAP, right? So if I can make, risk 1, 2%. Have a 2 to 1 risk to reward. When we actually catch some bangers that play out, we'll be able to pass this thing pretty quickly, right? And get straight to the funded. Or we blow it. And if we blow it, I'll just buy another one. All right, I'll buy another one, then we go ahead and build it from there. So that's just where my mindset is at now currently with these prop firms, man. I'm not playing games with this. I ain't playing games with this, man. I'm trying to pass this shit kind of quick. I don't want to sit on this account forever. Because this is the thing about these futures prop firm accounts, family. You have to pay every single month as well, right? Every month you got to pay to continue to trade on these futures prop firms accounts, right? There's a monthly fee. It's not like the Forex prop firms where it's a one-time fee. Futures prop firms is a monthly fee that you have to continue to pay as long as you are on the actual challenge account. Hell nah, I need to pass this shit immediately. All right, so I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive than what I normally will tell people, but. It's because I'm trying to hurry up and get straight to the bag. I'm not even gonna lie. Let's see, this is my first prop firm and just passed it this week. Let's CJ. Man. CJ. Really? Let's go. Round of applause for CJ, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go, CJ. Your first prop firm and you passed it this week. Let's go. That's amazing, bro. 2.5 years to pass it and pass it in 15 days. Let's go, baby. Come on, man. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about right there. Let's get it. Is Funding Pips a futures platform? It is not. Funding Pips is a forex platform, but they are launching a sister platform called Funding Ticks. I'm not sure if it's even up yet. Is it up? Funding Ticks. Because they're launching a platform called Funding Ticks. Yeah, it's not up just yet, right? So they will have their own futures platform as well, but as of right now, they don't have it, right? So Funding Pips is a forex platform or a CFD platform, so which is still not bad. Again, Funding Pips is my preferred platform to go to if I am trading forex, right? If I am going to be trading CFDs, I'm definitely going there. Let's see. Futures, if you blow them, you can pay for the reset or wait for rebuilding, possibly a free reset if blown on rebuild day, at least for my feeling. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right about that. All right. You can always play the reset as well and just reset your entire thing or just wait for the rebuilding and see what happens. That's a great point, Michael. And we are up 1% in the trade running. Yeah, CJ. CJ, you're crushing it, bro. You're crushing it, man. Abel, I'm trading GC1 for futures. Is that the correct pair? Yeah. If go MGC1. MGC1, right? Trade the micros or the minis. Trade the mini gold. Right? I'm trading the minis right now. This is the mini gold. Okay, mini MGC1, but that is the ticker for gold. Just make sure you're trading the minis, the MGC1, so you're not trading on the standard size contracts. Because that is yeah, those are kind of heavy contracts. Is it? Yeah. 100 pounds, 100 racks, 100 racks. Let's see. I mean, so far this thing is running. It's looking pretty solid, but we gotta remember what we said. We can't get too high. We can't get too low. We gotta just stay emotionless if possible. Which is impossible, right? It's impossible to be emotionless because we're human beings, but we can't get too high. We can't get too low when we're in profit and we're out of profit, man. Let's see, Abel, you think Sol is going to 200? Easily. Easily. I think Solana goes for 3, 4, 500 this bull run. I think Solana definitely comes and takes out the highs. For sure. Right. I believe we definitely cracked the 260, if not $300, $400 this bull run. All right, so I'm a big fan of Solana. I need Solana to start pushing because I have a Solana based tokens that I need to get in profit. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Bitcoin is doing good though too. Bitcoin finally got back above 64K here. We went from 61K to 64K literally in about a 24-hour period. So we need you to continue to run here, Bitcoin. Come on, baby. Show people your strength. Come on now. Show people what you're really about, man. 100 racks drip. 100 racks. 100 racks drip. Yeah. Come on, baby, keep going. Let's go. You don't gotta wait for nobody. What are you waiting for? Like, what are you waiting for? They ain't waiting for you, gold. Come on, go. What's NASDAQ doing? NASDAQ pushed all the way back to the highs. The S&P as well. US 30 is actually chilling right now. Devin, I know you're trading US 30, bro. Were you actually in the sells, or I believe you were probably looking for the sells, weren't you? If I was reading your text correct, I think you were actually in the sells, possibly. Let's see, sells, yes sir, 39.9. Yo, you got a banger entry. 39.9. Oh yeah, you got a banger entry. Holy moly. Yeah. I mean, for the sake of you then, my brother, I hope this thing falls, bro. I hope it falls, man. Let's see, I gotta trade the mini NASDAQ. PA has burned me too much. I prefer micros for 500 over 300 over 30. More connected to fundamentals to me. Yeah. Appreciate you for real. You was the inspiration for a year and a half ago when I got your boot camp. You touched hearts for real. Credit card trick to diaper money. Yeah. Everything only has pushed me 110. I appreciate that, CJ, man. Thank you so much for that, bro. I love hearing the the testimonials, right, and the stories. It's phenomenal. So I appreciate you, CJ, and it's dope to see your process, man. See your process and see your progress is amazing. DJ make me drip. DJ make me drip. Yeah. D-Lo make it drip. D-Lo make it drip. D-Lo make it drip. I'm gonna make it drip. Let's see. One day I'll share my story personal when I do become profitable. It's coming, baby. It's coming. Let's see. I'm confused on the stop loss you were talking about for futures. Yeah, I mean, it is confusing, bro. Trust me. Like, I had to adjust as well. But whenever you're in an order, right, you have to place the opposite side of it for your actual stop loss. For example, we are in a buy order right now. We market executed this buy order. In order for us to place our stop loss, we have to place a sell stop, right? Because the whole concept is we have two contracts that are long. If this turns around and stops us out, we have to place the opposite to get out of that position, right? Two buy contracts will close out if we hit two sell stops, because two sell stops will trigger sell orders, but it will close out because we're already in two buy orders. So if you're in a buy, very simple way to do it. If you're in a buy, you want to place a sell stop. If you are in a sell, you want to place a buy stop. Okay, it's the opposite of what you actually took in order for your stop loss. So buys, we place sell stops. For sells, we place buy stops. Okay, so that's how we essentially do it. Let's see, gold around a 1.5 R to R. I'm going break even. Yeah, play that out, man. Play that out. Absolutely. Follow your rules. Whatever your rules tell you in terms of, playing with your stop loss and your trade management as a whole, definitely play that. Definitely. 1 to 2, definitely play it. You're already up at 1 to 2, bro. You're solid. If that's what your rules say, at 1 to 2, you go break even, then do your thing, man. I'm still under 1 to 1. I'm around a 0.5 to 1. I'm up. Yeah, I'm only up 0.5 to 1 right now, so I gotta let this play out. We got it. We got it. Again, I initially took $200 loss on our first buy attempt down here. Right, I took a $200 loss up here on our first buy attempt. So all this is essentially just recouping the loss that I initially took. But this is looking good now. Right now we got the 15-minute closure above the trigger line. Oh yeah. All right. Oh yeah. See, now this is looking solid, man. I'm really excited how this is going. Hopefully it can just continue to run without no little pullbacks. But this is looking solid now, man. Let's see if this can continue to just play out here. I see. I know I'm going to bed soon. Gotta be up for my brother's graduation. Yeah, CJ, man, I appreciate you for tuning in, my brother. Appreciate you tuning in and contributing to the conversation, man. It means a lot when you guys are, also contributing to the conversation, right? Makes it a lot easier so that I don't have to just constantly be talking. So I appreciate you, CJ, man. Great trading session, man. We got it. We got it. Great trading session, man. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. She been through this profit central. She's on my mental. Need a body like her. Cash in the pot, yeah, profit. Come on, baby. Keep going. Come on. Cheat. Chop it. Mm, mm. Let's see what we get here, family. It's still going. She got it. She got it. On the bank, bro. Hey, hey. Gee. Mm. Let's see. Let's go, Abel. Definitely got that. Get back on gold. Yeah, I mean, it's looking good so far, man. Again, we can't get too high. We can't get too low, though. We got to control our emotions. Remember that, right? We can't get too high. We can't get too low, though. But this could still come right back and smack us out. I mean, it's looking good, though, on almost every time frame. But we gotta still just let this play out. Yo, Abel, remember when you guys came to Cali and someone ran into a palm tree on a scooter? Yeah. Yeah, bro, we had a lot of fun, bro. We had a lot of fun out there in Cali, man. I gotta go back. We gotta go back to LA, or not. We don't even have to go back to LA. I want to go to San Diego. I hear San Diego got the best weather in the entire world all year round too. So I definitely got to get back on that West Coast, man. The West Coast is vibey. Nah, but that's hilarious, Jonathan. As I'm saying, we got a lot of stories, man. A lot of freaking stories from, especially with a lot of y'all, man. Just from all the fun that we've had, and you know, that period in time where I was traveling. Like there was a period in time, family, where I went on a 30-day tour. For 30 days straight, I was just traveling on the go, going from city to city, state to state, man. And we had a hell of a good time doing all that, man. Oh man, but yeah, that is hilarious. Somebody ran into a scooter. I can't even remember who it was though. Go ahead and drop the name, bro. Who cares? Like who was it? Who ran? I remember somebody running into the scooter. I can't remember exactly who it was though. But that is for real hilarious. E-scooters over e-bikes. Yeah. I haven't took a real vacation since 2019, so let me know. Hey CJ, man, I thought you were going to bed, man. Good night, CJ. But we do gotta take a trip, man. I might have to take another 30-day tour and just pop out, man. Go to a bunch of different cities and states and just do a bunch of events like we did. Because that was I'm gonna be honest, that was definitely an interesting time. I had a lot of fun, met a lot of people, spent a lot of freaking money though. Like that whole month, I spent so much money though for that traveling. Like that whole play, like that was interesting, but it was dope. It was dope. I think it was Sally because she tried not to crash. Hold on, I gotta bring it up to her now. It probably was her ass. Probably was her ass, bro. Not yet, but went break even, so I don't forget. Nah, that's hilarious, bro. Come on, there we go. Keep pushing for us, baby. Come on. Come on, you're doing good, baby. Keep going. You're doing great. Let's go. Come on. You're doing great, baby. Now I believe we're up a 101. Yeah, we're up damn near a 101 now, which is pretty good. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Almost got that 1 hour engulfing, do we? Oh, yeah. It's trying to completely erase the last engulfing, too, which is dope. Come on, baby. Keep going for us. Let's go. See, this is how, and this is the beautiful thing about this, family. This is how we control our emotions and we still look for logical plays, right? We could have allowed this loss that we took earlier to really influence our decision making and either stay out of the trades or take a bad trade. No, right? We controlled our emotions. We waited for the market to show what it wanted to do. Even I took still a bad entry, but it's still solid. Right now we're moving. So what I'm about to do now, family, because I am about to jump off this soon too. I'm going to go break even here, right? So that we are protected. I'm also going to go ahead and close one lot. Right, because just like I told y'all, I mean, I only have 2 contracts, so I'm going to close 1 contract here. Alright, so now we have made some money. I got to adjust my orders as well, so it doesn't enter a whole nother order. Let's go ahead and adjust, modify our orders to 1, and now, that's a W day. I still didn't make back essentially what I lost just yet, but I made back essentially 90, almost 80% of what we did take, the loss that we did take from the position earlier. So this is a W day, man. This is a W day. I'm glad on how we managed it. Again, it sucks when we do take a loss, but I'm glad we were still able to be patient enough, disciplined enough to find another re-entry and essentially make back our loss. You know, now hopefully if this does go towards our TP for the rest of today, we're going to be back in profit, right? We're going to make what we lost and some back, and that's a W day in my book, man. So beautiful. Beautiful, 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 man. Let's go. That's how we play. That's how we play out these markets, family, right? That's how we react and respond to a loss. Just like that, baby. No emotions, straight logical thinking throughout the whole process. Let's get it. About to call it a day. Good shit on the calls, Abel. Came through just for the energy you bring into the markets. I appreciate that, Ram. How do you organize your watch list the way you have it? That's a good question. It's very simple, though, right? When you come up here to the top, right, they give you the ability to add sections, right? So just add sections. You can rename the sections and then just go ahead and, you know, put all the correct assets in the correct section. So that's it. Just add section. You know, and then just put it all, you know, where you want it. Let's see. I'm halfway done with Top Step X. Let's go, Drew. Come on now. Round of applause, my brother Drew. Let's get it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's see. I'm tempted to ride it out and close it at 303. Yeah, absolutely, bro. I'm going to let this, now this last position, I'm letting this ride out until the last minute, right? It's either going to hit me at TP, or it's just going to play around these levels. Hopefully above these levels, it doesn't come back and hit me at break even. But hopefully we just play at least above these levels all the way until end of day. And then we can close right before the end of day. You know, but that's just the game plan. So hopefully it goes to our TP though. Right? That's best case scenario. Just runs for our TP. That would be great. Up 2% for the day. Let's go, man. I'm super glad it did play. So we seen that live. Looking forward to the rest of today. Yeah, absolutely. But family, that's going to be it. Again, I'm about to hop off this. You guys know the vibes. I got to go ahead and handle other business. But I appreciate y'all, man. Today was definitely an interesting day, man. I think we navigated as best as we possibly could. We took 1 L. We took 1 win. And we have a little bit floating. So hopefully the rest of this can continue to run for us. And, you know, we could really end the day in profit at least, you know. But either way, I'm going to drop the recap for this, guys. Hopefully sometime today. I got to do a bunch of editing and shit. And this is just the annoying part of being a content creator is the editing. But either way, I'm going to try to get this the recap of this entire session up sometime today so you guys can rewatch it and get some value from it. But family, love you guys. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys for jumping in and tuning in. And I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. And we're going to do what we did today. Family, love you guys. Appreciate y'all, man. Have a great one. Let's get it.